Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwahn and welcome to the channel. We have more reaction content for you, and today we are checking out Floodland or Floodland. I don't know. I guess it depends on how you pronounce the word land. Regardless, so this game is actually already out. This game released back on November 15th. It is described as a post-apocalyptic colony sim survival game. That's kind of a word soup. And when I think of a colony sim game, I kind of think of games like Frostpunk or Civilization, but I don't normally think of the phrase survival with those, or even like city simulators like SimCity or City Skylines. Again, the word survival normally isn't a word that I put in there. So we'll see if they explain what that means. So let's go ahead and get started. We got the announcement trailer. This game was released very short after announcement. This announcement trailer was in August of 2022. And so it was announced in August and released in November. So
it's hard to say when we pass the point of no return. But we did. We made our world uninhabitable. Because for the smartest animal on the planet, humans can be really stupid.
Fair. All right.
Civilization started to creak at the seams. And if there's one emotion greater than greed in humans, it's fear. Perhaps it came too late, but it did. And when we are afraid, we get reduced to a single instinct: survival.
I didn't sign up for no fucking guilt trip, homie. What the hell?
We need food and shelter. But in the end, we need each other. We need communities. We need cooperation. We need to build something together. Will it be something that won't collapse this time round? Will we ever stop being afraid? Well, maybe you'll be the one to unite humanity and shape the society of tomorrow.
So you know what I like so heavily initially got from this? If you ever played an old school RTS game, I'm talking things like Command and Conquer, any of them, like, doesn't matter, Command and Conquer, you know, Tiberian Sun, Tiberium Dawn, Command Red Alert. If you played something like old school Warcraft 1, 2, or 3, if you played like Total Annihilation, any of those old school RTS games, I immediately got a vibe of those old school RTS games, but instead of building an army to where you're building up the base and you're like, I build this thing because it spits out dudes, and I build this one because it spits out tanks. You're going to build a base, and all you're going to do is research and resource gather. That's the way this looked and felt to me, of like, oh yeah, here's my command center, and this is my power plant, and this over here, this is my brick generator. So Against the Storm we've looked at before is very similar. Yes, it definitely felt very similar as well. That one was a little bit more blatant than this one is. So is this trying to be like RimWorld? I don't think so. I feel like someone's gonna tell me to vote.
Found this patch of swamp.
This is what happens if you don't vote.
Did we know it was the start of something bigger? We gathered rusted scraps and dregs of the past. They became our groundwork, our foundations.
Take your first steps in the world of
From the
Floodland.
start meant one thing: expansion. We welcomed others like us, gave them food, shelter. We did good. But opening our doors with kindness had its consequences. It drew attention from prying eyes and untrustworthy souls that take advantage of good and honest folk. But our dreams still haven't sunk like the ruins of the civilization that came before. Our chance to shape society has come. A society that's learnt from a bygone era.
Burgers and sausages.
And in this new world, we will need to innovate. From makeshift shacks to what will stand not tall, but steady and strong. Luck began our journey here. gave us a path to survival.
I can't with games like this. I know I'd spend the first 6 hours not getting it and hating it, and then the next 600 obsessed. Reasonable. Yeah, they can definitely consume your entire existence looking at you, civilization. Just one more turn. Just one more round. Please. Just one more. One more. All right, this is the launch trailer from like barely a week ago.
Some of us remember the world before. The lucky ones. Whose memories feel more like dreams from a distant planet. The half-forgotten families.
Think you'll always default back to RimWorld? It's real popular, even still.
Did your sports team win? Was that movie worth the wait? Did that boy break your heart?
That boy. Boy!
The flotsam and jetsam of a world washed away.
Flotsam and jetsam. Ursula
these
here?
Are just campfire stories. Now it's about creating our world. We are the founders of a new way of life, created in our image. First we survive, then we lead. It won't be easy.
But my video games.
We're not the only ones with a vision for the future. But with perseverance, judgment, compassion, we can build a new life from the wreckage of the old. And who knows? Maybe there will be new stories told around our campfire. Stories of hope.
Huh. You know, it doesn't look bad, but it also just isn't grabbing my attention. And I'm not sure exactly why. So one of the things that I also will point out, and in the description below, I've put links to all of these videos. I always do. I'm also going to include a link to the developer's YouTube page, okay? Because as I was gathering these trailers, they have put out a lot more trailers than we're going to watch, including things like the prologue and setting, what their vision was for the game, the way in-game events work, a prologue, an early game guide, a mid-game guide. Like, there's a lot more media. If you wanted to take a much closer look at this game, you could. It's all on the Ravenscourt YouTube page, but like I said, there is a link below. So this game is available on Steam. It's $30. It currently has mixed reviews with a flat 51% out of the 190 reviews for the game. So it is straight right down the middle of up votes and down votes. I wonder why. Let's take a quick little looks in here. I've playtested this game for 2 months as of writing and was able to witness how much work they put into polishing this. One of the easiest comparisons is it definitely Frostpunk, to give you a rough idea. Looked awesome. I wanted to play it. I kept waiting to get hooked and waiting for the fun to start, but it never does. Ooh. I could return to the game if there are some cool sweeping changes. Again, the devs seem cool and the concept seems cool, which is and it seems like a super cool game in its current state, but it's not for me, which is a shame because I couldn't even make it to the politics system, which is what drew me in. So it sounds like it might have a little bit of a slow progression path into it. I can see how it's a love-hate type of game. I think it's also because it's such a game that is definitely built and based off of games that are in a similar space. Games like RimWorld, Frostpunk, and even like Civilization. And those games are even still hit or miss for everybody, with games like people really enjoying and really disliking them. And on top of that, if you take that game design and take it into a more indie space and try to inject new ideas into it, those new ideas are going to be very well and ill received just based on who's receiving them. So I definitely don't think it looks bad, but I can definitely see where it'd be rocky. Yeah. But let me know what your thoughts are. That's Floodland. I'm not sure which one of those I like better. I don't know. Anyway, a survival city simulator, colony simulator, and it definitely looks like you can grow and expand. It definitely reminds me of games, as we've already mentioned. I won't recount all of the names again, just with a lot of the combat removed from them and replaced with a more dynamic kind of like political interactive choice-based system. So put your thoughts down in the comments below if you want to keep with the conversation elsewhere. Two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. Speaking of Discord, we have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can watch together live on stream, because we do stream on Twitch and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you do watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy.